Kubayi is on a drive to reassure municipalities across the country regarding the continued implementation of the Integrated National Electrification Program, which was introduced in 1994 and has since seen 7 million houses electrified. The department wants to have universal access to all households by 2025 through the upgrading and strengthening of the electricity network infrastructure in the country, which of course will also improve the quality of supply. The Minister joins us from our Pretoria studios. Wonderful to have you, Minister. Thanks so much for giving us your time.
Good morning, Lian, and good morning to the viewers at home.
So remind us about what the Integrated National Electrification Program actually is.
It's mainly about connecting electricity to the households. That's the first thing. Secondly, we also look at the substations in various areas in the municipalities. What our responsibility as the department is to ensure that we do budgeting for all the municipalities, and we also, through National Treasury, secure funds to ensure the electricity connection across the country is happening. So we transfer money, our agents, which we call them implementing agents, it's municipalities and ESCOM across the country.
So we mentioned in the introduction that 7 million households so far have been electrified. I imagine this is one of the greatest successes of this program. Are there any more to report on?
No, definitely. This is one of the best stories and good stories that the South African government can be able to say this is what we have achieved. We do note that we still have about 15%, and this 15% is mainly in our rural areas, specifically in KZN and in Eastern Cape. And part of the problem with this connection in the rural areas, it's specifically the high cost in infrastructure. Then the other issue that I want to highlight, Lian, it's the growing urbanization, which puts challenges for us because we allocate budget. We've been working on a particular budget on the basis of access. Now, when urban areas, for example, in metros, we see new growing areas, we see new informal settlements, then it puts new demands to us. Yeah. And therefore, the challenges around budget then becomes a reality.
Yeah. Why are you reaching out to the municipalities? What are their concerns at this point?
My concern, Lian, reaching out to the municipalities right now is that, firstly, this is the period where we are reallocating the funds. And just to explain to our viewers, is that at the beginning of the year, municipalities apply for funding for us to give to them. Then they have to submit to us their plans and prove to us that they have everything in place to be able to spend this money and start the process. Now, at this period where we are approaching our medium term, we as the department look at what has been planned. If we are not convinced that the municipality is going to spend, we then redirect the funds to other areas. Normally, this is a cause for concern by communities. That's why sometimes you'd find communities going into the streets and protesting because they were promised electricity and then later electricity is not coming. Yeah. So we are currently appealing to municipalities to say, once you have promised that you are going to do this electricity connection, please put in place plans, infrastructure, make sure that you are going to be able to deliver, because otherwise it causes conflict between government and communities. Yeah. So we are in a process as well, Leanne, to review our process to see how best can we intervene upfront as national government to support the municipalities. We are currently working with National Department COCTA to assist us in this process. One, on capacity in municipalities to spend the money and to deliver on the service.
Yeah. Just finally, Minister, just a very quick question regarding complaints from independent power producers, and they feel that government is not working with them in finding any energy solutions. How are you working with the sector in achieving your objectives?
No, sorry. We are working with the sector, Leanne, through our office, the IPP office led by Karen Bradenbeck. You would know that on the 1st of September, I announced, as part of trying to find a solution in the impacts between the ESCOM and the sector on signing the power purchase agreements. We are in the process of finalizing that. On the 20th of October, I will be meeting all the IPPs as the Minister of Energy to ensure that communication continues between us and them.
We'll leave it there for this morning, Minister. Thank you so very, very much for your time. Just finally, again, we're just over 7:30, but I think it's important for the public to find out as well how they're able to interact on this process. How can they do? What can they do?
On the independent power producers, Leanne, they can contact our offices, which is in Centurion. Okay. But those who are not able to, our website have details, Leanne.
Excellent.
For them to get more details about us. But we do imbizos. When we come to communities, they can interact with us.
All right.
We'll announce the next imbizo that is coming.
Fantastic. Minister, thank you very much again for your time. That was Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi talking to us from our Hatfield studios about the Integrated National Electrification Program, its achievements and other activations going forward. Now the department plans to use this rollout to access all households by 2025 and hopefully, of course, create jobs. We're going past 8:30, but let's wrap up the news for you. Peleso, what's our top story this morning?